Hello everyone and welcome to another YouTube video. No one panic. Things look a little different and that is okay. It is okay for things to look different. In fact, if you're not okay with change, things are gonna be really rough for you coming up ahead because I do have a lot of changes in the works. But for now, we have changed. Hello, I am now in the upper left-hand corner of this video. How does that make you feel? Hopefully it makes you feel okay. This is just for my own sanity, to help with the captions a little bit, because I've been covering the game's in-game captions where I read and it makes things more difficult for me in the long run. So, we moved up into the upper left-hand corner. I have a background, everything's going great, and in the future we're going to try to use it a little bit more. And of course things are always going to change as I decide that things need to change. For now that's not really that important, so let's go ahead and get started. We are at Act 2, Week 7. So let's see what we got. Let's start with the inbox, right? Thank you! Dear Melissa, it has occurred to me that although I did not RSVP to your housewarming event last weekend, you nonetheless extended your hospitality to me at the very last moment. For this, I am eternally grateful. Your home felt very welcoming and I am honored to be considered close enough to visit. I certainly hope to visit again sometime soon. Yours truly, Andres Hamilton. I'm having the same problem that I had, I think, last time, where everyone's just so formal. Everyone's so formal. Like, you're flirting with me in real life, and yet you're acting very formal to me in these emails, and I don't like it. Ahem. Hey, Anders told me that I should email to apologize for not RSVPing. But no one actually RSVPs to anything, right? Anyway, thanks for having me around last weekend. Your place is pretty cool, I guess. How do you end emails? Bye. Yeah, no. I loved it. Mwah! Your place is super cute and I had the best time last weekend. I'm so glad Astra dragged me from my desk. Great job, Melissa. Interesting. I'm not sure if you intended to CC me on your invitation to your housewarming, especially considering you emailed the shop instead of my personal address. That said, if you had my personal address, I would have other questions. But anyway, this is that. Now that you've seen my real name, I need you to understand that if you ever use it, I will personally dismantle your entire life. I just want to let you know I had a very entertaining time at your housewarming over the weekend. I do think it's interesting that you've hung various things on your walls using nails and similarly permanent fixtures. Fox. Paws Academy's second check-in reminder. It's Quincy. It was great to see how you're getting on with training last week. Don't forget you have another check-in 3 weeks from now. Remember to bring plenty of high-value treats and poop bags. We don't need another cleaning bill like after last semester's fiasco. Anywho, see you soon, Quincy and Jade. So what do we got? We got a couple of date options. Personal time smarts, personal time social, a date with Maribel, a date with Sacha, and a date with Anders. I'm not sure that I want to date Anders. He was interesting, but he has like this whole weird thing with the redhead. I can't remember her name at the moment. They have a weird ex thing, and they were kind of being weird about it. It makes me uncomfortable to date Anders. So Sacha or Maribel, I think at the moment I'm liking Sacha more than Maribel. Maribel hasn't done anything wrong, besides the fact that she likes to hang out with Astrid. But I am really liking Sacha. We'll probably go on dates with both of them. But considering that we have some other things to do, let's go ahead and focus on some social here. Jade asked me to take class of 2020 photos for Paws Academy. Blocker was so polite to the other dogs and didn't even chase the Chihuahua, mostly because it was the other way around. Let's do a date with Maribel. Dogwood Gardens. Rainbow Bay's premier multi-facility dog park. Woof. Maribel's a fireball, but she's a lot of fun. Let's see if she's available for another date. Available, even. Maribel, let's catch up. My face covers Maribel's face. I look buff. Yes. I'll take time. Let's do a park date. Oh my god, bring Blocker and I'll bring Ravy and they can play in the grass. It'll be super cute. Sounds like a plan. I'll see you there tomorrow. Lunchtime? Yes, I'll bring protein bars for us to share. There's something questionable about using a chocolate emoji to represent a protein bar. The park is surprisingly busy for a weekday. There are a few kids running around, but they're easily outnumbered by the sheer volume of dogs. Even in such a dog-friendly city, I guess few can resist the allure of an off-leash park. Even Blocker is struggling to contain his excitement. I know, there are so many dogs, so many smells. I'll let you off your leash once Maribel gets here, just in case. Hey, don't give me that sad act. She shouldn't be much longer, I assume. We're just gonna pat combo this guy. It's very important to me that we give him plenty of pats, because if we don't, he might not enjoy being around other people. So we need him to know that he's a good boy, and the only way to know that he's a good boy is to give him a ton of pats. And so we've made it to the 100 pat combo, which I've already done before, but can we make it more? I don't know how far it might allow me to take it. We'll give it like another 10 more, right? That's probably correct. Oh man, 200, hell yeah. Alright, that's enough. Hey, don't give me that sad dog act. She shouldn't be much longer, I assume. You know what they say about assuming? It makes an ass of you and, Ming? A good 10 minutes pass and there's still no sign of Maribel. Blocker paces around on his lead, eager to get let loose. 20 minutes later, and see, this is what I was worried about. Maribel's so busy all the time, even to the point where, like, she didn't RSV to the party, instead Astrid RSVP'd for her. And if she's busy, then it's okay if she's busy, but she's gotta let us know. It's fun to squeeze dates during her lunchtime, but is it really a good date? You know what I mean? I know she said she was busy, but it doesn't seem like Maribel to just not turn up. What if something bad has happened to her? I don't know about that. I'm worried too, Blocker. Let's give her a call. I whip out my phone, struggle for a moment to remember which folder I banished the phone call app to, and then call up Maribel. Maribel Summers speaking. Oh, that was fast. This is Melissa. Oh my god. What time is it? Oh god, Melissa, I'm so sorry. I've gotten completely held up at the construction site. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Oh, that's okay. Tell you what, why don't you walk over here and then as soon as I'm done, we can get coffee. That sounds nice. I'll see you soon.
No, I stepped in it this time, huh?
Again, I'm so sorry. See you. Maribel hangs up, but not before I hear her shouting something, presumably to a builder. I look down at Blocker, sniffing around at the ground aimlessly. Sorry, buddy. No off-leash time for you today. Bit of a missed opportunity. But I'm sure you can have lots of fun with Gravy to make up for it. I don't know about that. I arrive at the construction site after a short walk. Maribel is standing out in the open, in a heated conversation with the foreman. As soon as I step onto the site, the foreman turns towards us and points. Maribel's eyes follow and she immediately lights up before skipping over. Melissa, thank you so much for coming by. I promise it won't be much longer. Unfortunately, you can't wait here, though. We don't have any more hard hats or high-vis vests, so you'll have to wait off-site. Hopefully I can rack this up tickety-boo. Is everything okay? Did you really just say tickety-boo? Yes, I can say old people things sometimes. But admittedly, I'm a bit overwhelmed. I need to collect some documents, but if things carry on here much longer, I'm not going to have time. Unless you wouldn't mind helping out. What do you want me to do exactly? What would helping entail? Oh, so you will? Wonderful. All I need you to do is stop by Sacha's apartment in the Arts District. Your neighbors, right? He should have some documents. Just tell him you're collecting for me, and then I'll need you to photocopy them at the library. I need like 20 copies. I do it myself, but a colleague broke the machine at the town hall just this morning. Oh, well, sure. I guess I can do that for you. Great. Thank you so much. I'll meet you at town hall afterwards, okay? Alright, see you soon, Maribel. That's sad. This is sad. I left the construction site immediately, heading towards my first stop, Sacha's place. Only one level above my own. The temptation to stop for a nap is high. Resigning myself to continued consciousness, I wrap my knuckles musically upon Sacha's front door, and within seconds, Sacha's standing before me. Oh, hi Melissa, what's up? Hey Sacha, I am meant to get something from you. Okay, could you be more specific? I have lots of things to give. Documents, from Maribel. I actually don't know what they're for. Oh sure, it's a petition. Maribel's had a lot of problems trying to get some affordable high-rise housing initiatives going lately. There's a group advocating to keep Rainbow Bay weird. It's a nice thought, but there's a difference between keeping the spirit of the city and actively refusing to address growing housing issues, you know? Anyway, I helped Maribel out by getting people to sign a counter-petition supporting the construction of high-rises. Huh, I never knew people were so opposed to apartment buildings. Not in my backyard, I guess. For some people, views are more important than real people. Anyway, it's good to see her helping Maribel out. She's always putting a lot more on herself than she lets on. Is Maribel always this busy? We were actually meant to hang out today and she kind of bailed. Oh, and then you got roped in, huh? Maribel seems like she's going 100 miles per hour, but that doesn't mean she isn't a very serious professional. I wouldn't hold it against her. She'd never mean to stand you up. Anyway, here's that petition. Oh, actually, I forgot to get one last signature. It could make a real difference to the success of the campaign, so if you don't mind... Making one more stop? Yeah, just stop by Fox's Tavern and Bar. It's not far from here. Fox promised she'd sign it, but I haven't had the chance to stop by. Oh, sure. I'll see what I can do. Or more accurately, I'll see if I'm feeling brave enough to enter Fox's domain. Why is this Maribel thing following me around? Is it because I'm supposed to be on a date with Maribel, or is the game bugged? Against my better judgment, I make my way to Fox's Tavern and Bar. As per usual, the shop is cast in eternal gloom. Welcome, Melissa. Ah, Jesus, don't sneak up on people. Be more alert. Anyway, I came to ask a favor. No. What? I didn't even say what it was yet. This is a business. You'll have to pay. I'm not paying for your signature, Fox. My signature? I don't do autographs. But I could make an exception for a price. What price? Your voice. No. Fine. What's the signature for? It's for Maribel's petition. Something about building high-rises? Oh, yes, I'm familiar. You should have led with that. So why are you collecting signatures for my dear friend Maribel? Oh, you know, just helping out a friend. Just out of the blue? No context? You're just suddenly helping her? Well, I mean, there's context. You like her. You don't know that. Oh, Melissa, I know everything. Here's your signature. Have a good date. Fox steps backwards, further into the shadows of her cursed shop. Feeling a cold sweat trickle down my neck, I too walk backwards, though towards the door. I have places to be, documents to photocopy. The library is a considerable walk from the arts district. Even Blocker seems a little exhausted as we drag our feet through the door. Melissa? Help me. What? Are you alright? Too far. Someone went too far? What did they do to you? Walking for an hour. There are water fountains outside. Also, I need photocopies. Oh, sure. We have a photocopier. What do you need done? I limply hold the petition out towards Felix, sweat from my hand making a section of it slightly see-through. Okay, this lightly seasoned document. How many copies? I think it was like 20 copies. Sure, I can do 20. Do you want a spare copy? Just in case? Oh, that's probably a really good idea. Alright, let's call it 22 copies. Perfect. Thanks, Felix. What are these for, anyway? Maribel, it's a petition for some high-rises. Oh, right. I think Sacha got me to sign this, actually. I hope it works out for her. How'd you get roped into helping? Well, we were supposed to be hanging out. And she bailed? It happens. We're supposed to work out together every second evening, but she often has to cancel last minute. Perils of her job, I guess. Hard to say it's her fault. Is it really fair for her to lose so much of her personal time to her work, though? Well, I mean, probably not, but it's not helpful if we blame her for that. The problem's institutional, but I don't know how to change it. Neither. Anyway, let me get those copies for you and then you can be off. Felix ducks away and does photocopies the petitions in record time. Now all that's left is to meet Maribel back at Town Hall. I don't know, guys. I navigate my way through the Town Hall, searching for Maribel's office. Eventually, I find what I'm looking for. A modest office littered with model buildings and files. I poke my head in the doorway, but immediately realize Maribel has company. And things don't seem exactly friendly. Are you kidding me, Miss Summers? Rainbow Bay doesn't just exist to be your cash grab plot of land. You can't just sweep in and expect us to bow down to your obelisk-like apartments. Not only obelisk-like, but built by obelisk. You really want to welcome a giant corporation like that into Rainbow Bay? Well, Karen, they're actually making a difference. But at what cost? Before you start trying to change a city you don't belong to, maybe you should learn how things work around here. Just because I'm not from here. Exactly, you're not from here. People like you don't get to make decisions that affect thousands of people who have been born and raised in Rainbow Bay. But the point is to make things better for the future. What good is the future if you ruin the present? Honestly, Miss Summers, your first development may have been approved, but don't expect to start seeing more high-rises outside of the South Shore. The people won't just sit idly by. Maribel stares up at Karen with tired eyes. The prim woman straightens her back, smiles disingenuously, and marches towards the door. She stops to look me up and down. And stop bringing riffraff in. Hey, what the hell is your problem? My point exactly. The sound of her heels echoes through the hallway as she walks away. Are you alright, Maribel? Seems like she was getting kind of personal. Yeah, that's just what I have to put up with here. Honestly, she's the least of my problems. I can deal with traditionalists any day. Well, if it helps to brighten your mood, I got those petitions. I hold out the small stack of petitions to Maribel. Is this 20 copies? No worries, I'll just have to share during the presentation. Now, if only I could pass a petition for life to stop taking a giant poop on my face. Figuratively speaking. Are you sure you're alright? Not really. I don't want to have to rely on you to get these petitions copied. Between work and Karen and Gravy's health, things aren't great right now. Is Gravy sick? Sick maybe isn't the right word for it. She has patellar luxation. It's essentially a tendency for her kneecap to pop out of place. Pretty common with smaller dogs like a Pomeranian. She's had it for a while now, and she can pop it back into place by herself, but it's getting to be a problem. Jade says because of its severity, we have to get it treated before it develops into degenerative arthritis. I'm just really worried about Gravy, and I'm not sure I can afford the surgery.
Oh, no. I stepped in it this time, huh?
Oh geez. I didn't mean to unload all this onto you. I'm so sorry. We still haven't even had our date. No, that's okay. It sounds like you don't really have the time to be dating on top of everything else. You might be right. But I like you. Once these development plans are approved, and I've been able to save enough for Gravy's surgery, then I'll be available for a proper date, I promise. I've got to make it up to you. You've been nothing but wonderful. I'm just trying to be helpful. I probably have to get back to work, really, but could I have a hug? I think I can manage a good hug. Sometimes that's all a gal needs. Maribel steps around her desk and into my open arms. She buries her face into the crook of my neck and squeezes me tightly. Maribel can't breathe. Oh, sorry. Just needed to get a good squeeze in there. I get that. Let me know if you need another hug. I'm always happy to swing by. I can even bring hot chocolate. Ooh, our coffee? And a protein bar? Sure, but you'll have to tell me what to buy. Thanks, Melissa. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. She doesn't have enough time for us. It's already overwhelming for someone to be having, problems with work and problems with their dogs. There's no way she would ever be able to be, a good partner right now. But let's go ahead and let's go see Anders. I think Anders would be a good friend, but he's not really a good date person. I don't think Felix would be good to date. I don't think Robin's good to date. Astrid's probably not good to date either. I think I'm pretty set on Sacha. Actually, let's do some personal time instead. I don't know. We needed a dog model for today's photo shoot, and Blocker was just the dog for the job. Thanks to all of our practice, Blocker could sit, stay, and lie down for a good hour before getting bored. First activity, doggy daycare. Second activity, employ a dog. Third activity, walkies and talkies. Fourth activity, jog with the dog. Fifth activity, sprinkler party. We did pretty good. Nothing's at level 4 yet, but we did do a lot to increase our sociability, which was really needed. Alright, he's exhausted, poor thing. We'll give him some treats. Let's give him some wet food. Inbox first. Noise complaints at Rainbow Apartments Complex. Hi all, you are receiving this email as an owner or appointed tenant of a unit in the Rainbow Apartments complex. Over the past few weeks, we have received a number of noise complaints from some building occupants. Please remember we have a 10 p.m. noise curfew. This means that any loud music, video game sound effects, and late-night dog raves must be put on mute or lowered to a sensible volume after 10 p.m. Respecting your neighbor's rights to a peaceful sleep means they'll respect yours and will stop getting complaints we don't really want to deal with. All the best, Rainbow Apartments Body Corporate. Obelisk holds the key to your heart. Google, FaceMag, Twitto, MySpot, Chemist Storehouse, Microfirm, and 1,000 other logins to remember? No thanks, I've got Obelisk Multipass. With the new Multipass from Obelisk Security, logging into all of your favorite websites and personal information databases just became a whole lot easier. Once you grant a few permissions, Multipass will automatically access all of your relevant emails and passwords, allowing you to come and go from any site on the web. Not only that, Multipass is compatible with existing operating systems and bank software, so you'll never have to remember anything ever again. Just don't forget where you parked your car. Always watching out for you and yours. Praise to Obelisk. Woofer dating tip 2. Win their heart. So you're spending time together, but the relationship doesn't seem to be progressing. What can you do? At Woofer, we think the key to a successful romance is plenty of love, affection, and dates. Sometimes the targets of our affection can be a little oblivious. Make sure you're attending every date that appears. Who knows, sometime soon you may have the opportunity to call upon your beloved, thereby cementing your monogamous coupling decision, but not if they don't know you want them. Good luck out there, the Woofer team. I think that means we should go on a date with Sacha. Let's do a social personal time. Oh no, nothing reminds you your dog is a beast with base urges like watching him hump the groom's leg during the ceremony. A little time out should remind him to keep it in his metaphorical pants, especially while you're doing wedding shoots. Oof. So we're gonna go on a date with Sacha. The Arts District Market. Sacha's a lot of fun. I wonder if he'd be keen for another round of laser tag. Hey Sacha, what are you up to? Want to play another game? Melissa, I'm actually just about to go to the market. Want to come? I want some new threads. I'll bring Blocker. Meet you downstairs? Not if I meet you first. I'd better get going. Sacha and I meet outside our apartment building and walk over to the Arts District Market together. Oh yes! I can't wait to find some grandpa jumpers that were owned by actual grandpas. Really going for that authentic style, you know? Maybe you need to start putting chalk in your hair and walking with a cane. And then every time I see you in the hall, I can tell you to get off my lawn. The real joke here is the idea that either of us could afford to own a plot of land. Anyway, let's get stuck in. Let's not loaf or some oaf might buy the best loafers. Okay. Grinning wildly, Sacha marches deeper into the market square in search of the fabled thrift pop-up. I follow hesitantly, with Blocker trailing close behind on his lead. Navigating the crowd isn't easy, and by the time I arrive at the pop-up stall, Sacha is already holding up an enormous poncho. Hey Melissa, what did the sombreros say to the poncho? You hang in there and I'll go on ahead. Wow. That was horrible. Right? Who would throw this away? The patterns, the colors. They really puncho you in the face. Maybe they felt it made them look a little paunchy. Paunchy. Get it? Oh no. Okay, I'm definitely getting the poncho. It reminds me of some of my travels. Oh, have you traveled a lot? Oh, yeah, I guess I haven't told you much about it. It was after I had to leave home. I made the most of it, flew out and explored half the world. The other half is out there waiting for my next adventure. Except, maybe for that part I'll have someone with me. Anyway, it was a good few years. What do you want to know about my travels? I bet you tried a lot of different cuisines, huh? What's your favorite dish? Oh, damn. That's a difficult question. I'm a big fan of curries and burritos. Anything spicy. Ooh, hot wings. How could you put me on the spot like this? I didn't realize it was such a challenge. Nah, it's fine. To be honest, some of the best food is right here in this marketplace. Remind me I owe you a hot dog. Wow, you really traveled half the world all by yourself? Give or take. To be honest, it wasn't so much by choice. I didn't have a lot of people around me at the time. So I sold everything but the clothes on my back and bought a one-way plane ticket out of here. It was an interesting time. I learned not to need a lot, but that didn't stop me wanting. I spent the next few years kind of drifting, moving between share houses, working odd jobs. If you ever get the chance to work on an orchard for the summer, it's a lot of fun, but only if you don't have bills to pay. Wasn't it scary having nothing to your name? I found my way around. It wasn't always easy, but there are trans people everywhere you go, so I'm always able to find a community. I think it's partly that experience that led me back here. Plus, I got a little tired of traveling. Sounds like you really enjoy traveling. Would you rather be on the road than here? I really like traveling, and I do kind of miss it, but I'm here right now and it feels like where I'm supposed to be. I'm originally from Rainbow Bay, but I don't know if I'd call it home. I'd rather not be on the road for now, at least. So what brought you back to Rainbow Bay? Funny story. Well, sort of. I met Maddox. He was the first person I'd met overseas who was from Rainbow Bay, and he'd left home just like me. He told me about his experiences, and I kind of realized that sometimes you have to stand your ground and fight for change. Not that I regret leaving. It was the right thing at the time. But by that point, I was ready to face this place and try to make it better for other trans kids. Wow, that's kind of moving. Aw, shucks. I was kind of moving too, moving back to Rainbow Bay. And you ruined it. As we talk, Sacha rifles through the various racks and stacks of clothing. Most of the pieces are faded cords and musty smelling. Flaking vinyl jackets. Hey, what do you think of this? He spins back to face me, whipping an old Stetson hat onto his head as he turns. Meeting the theme, he sticks his hips forwards and tucks his thumbs into the waistband on his pants. Howdy, partner. It suits you, right? I just need a big belt buckle and some boots. And some assless chaps? All chaps are assless. But you're right. I mean, save a horse, you know? Sacha winks before turning his back once more and stepping around to the next rack of clothing. What? So what about you? Travel much? Oh no, not really. I prefer to, collect souvenirs online. Wait, you realize that defeats the whole purpose of souvenirs, right? Maybe so. I do love a good souvenir. That's how I got half the stuff in my apartment. Is your necklace a souvenir too? Oh, you noticed it, huh? Nah, that was a gift. Maddox gave it to me, actually. The first night after we moved into the apartment. You really do seem close to your flatmates. Yeah, especially Maddox. You want to know about them too? Maddox is really important to you, huh? Yeah. I say he's like a brother, but we have slept together before, so, I don't know what you'd call that. He can seem pretty abrasive at first. He's been through a lot. We all have, really, and he's put up walls. But he's very caring under it all. I hope you get to see that side of him before he leaves. What's the story with Z? Z's a good bean. They were the first flatmate Maddox and I brought in. They keep to themselves a lot, mostly drawing in their room, I think, or writing fanfic. Sometimes you have to tread on eggshells a bit with them. They're quite sensitive, but they're self-aware at least. Meredith and Emily are a couple, right? You can't tell? Yeah, they've been together for a few months, but they act like they're married. Meredith is pretty hard-headed. She used to go off at Z for leaving their dishes all over the place. Em doesn't technically live with us, but she's tempered Mary a lot, so I don't mind that she's basically moved in. You used to live with your partner, right? Huh, yeah, it didn't work out. Sorry to hear it. You know what will work out, though? What's that? Well, you'll see if you just follow me for a second. Sacha winks before slipping around the side of the clothing stall, where only a few empty crates sit between the tent and a neighboring building. I follow him curiously, and as I turn around the corner of the marquee, I find we're face to face. Very face to face, like centimeters between our faces. Sacha's breath is warm and shaky as he chuckles nervously. Oh, fancy seeing you here. I was following you. Sacha presses his lips to mine, and I can't help but notice the corners of his mouth are still turned up, smiling. I can feel his teeth on my bottom lip as he breaks the kiss to let out a breathy laugh. What's so funny? When was the last time you did something like this? Isn't this just the most high school thing? Making out behind the market tents? It's a little bit of a throwback. I'm not complaining, though. Sacha places his arms on my shoulders, either side of my head, and pulls me back into him. His hands brush the top of my back, sending the slightest shivers down my spine. We stay like this for a good few minutes, lip-locked in the cool shadows of the marketplace. Eventually, Sacha steps backwards, pressing his back against the building and pulling my body against his. Just seconds after, a voice breaks us out of our reverie. Oi! Get out of here, you bloody youths! Sacha immediately burst out laughing, still standing in place. I'm not so prepared to face our witness and take his hand, dragging him back into the market proper while he's in the throes of laughter. Bloody youths! That was kind of embarrassing. Oh no, don't worry about it. People get weird about PDAs. I can't believe we got caught. I'm sorry. You seem genuinely embarrassed. You know what might take your mind off of it? What's that? Hot dogs. Oh hell yes. I want my dog wrapped in salami. Not you, Blocker, but you can have a little salami as a treat. Sacha and I make our way hungrily towards the hot dog stand before retiring to his apartment. The whole way home, Blocker walks by my side, staring jealously at the tubular meat in my hand. Sacha and I arrive back at his apartment in next to no time, with Sacha spending most of the way listing through the weirdest places he's made out with someone. Wait, really? Yeah, I definitely recommend checking for open graves before you try to get it on in a cemetery. This story again, huh? Oh hey Maddox, what's up? Your mom stopped by. She brought over some soup, said she made too much. You want to explain what the hell is going on? Not really. You can't seriously be talking to your parents again, after what they put you through? And you didn't even think to tell us what was happening? And then you give them your address and let them show up at our door with no warning? Or did you know they were coming, but you were too busy shooting the breeze with your new lover? It's like you don't even think about us anymore. They aren't my lover, we're just friends. And it's none of your business what I do with my parents. I'm sorry my mom showed up unannounced, and I'll ask her not to do that. I can't believe you'd even let her know where we live. What do you mean we? You don't have any history with her, and you're not even staying here after next month. Why does it matter so much to you? You and me, Sacha, we're supposed to be family. We stand by each other no matter where we are, and we protect each other from bigots like your parents. But I guess you'd rather have your blood relatives and a cute neighbor than protect the people who have been more of a family to you than your parents ever were. Whatever, I'm going out. Do you want me to stay? Yeah, sorry about that. Maddox gets a little difficult sometimes. They seemed a little worse than difficult. Do you want to talk about it? I appreciate the offer. It's hard to really understand when you don't have the history. Where should I start? So, what's Maddox so upset about? I'm not completely sure. He was the first person I could call a member of my found family, so I think he's just a little betrayed that I'm talking to my parents. I'm going to have to talk to him about it at some point. I'm giving my parents a chance to make things right again, and Maddox leaving has honestly played a pretty big part in that decision. But you don't have to worry about that. Maddox isn't your problem. I just want to make sure you're okay. I know that seemed bad, but trust me, Maddox is coming from a good place. What's happening with your family? Are you not on speaking terms? We weren't. When I came out as gay, my parents didn't really speak to me. I was still living at home, and they'd bring me dinner in my room rather than letting me eat at the table. Then I realized I wasn't gay, I'm a man, and super bisexual. For some reason, that was even harder to accept for my parents, and they asked me to leave. Well, told me to. Asked implies I had a choice. That's why I spend so much time traveling. I couldn't really go home. Just last month, I got a message from a high school friend saying my parents were trying to get in touch with me again. I gave them a chance, and we're not there yet, but they're trying. It's a weird situation. They really hurt me, and I'd learned to choose my own family. I want to believe people can learn to be better, you know? That's very kind of you. Hey, the jury's still out on whether my parents have it in them. They actually want to meet up with me in person. I still haven't decided if it's a good idea or not. So we're just friends, huh? I guess I put my foot in it a bit there, huh? Look, things are pretty new with you and I. I didn't mean anything by what I said, but if it comes down to protecting my friends or sparing your feelings, you should know that my friends are my family and they have to come first. That said, maybe we could be more than just friends if that's what you want. With Maddox gone, the apartment now feels eerily still. Sacha lets out a loud sigh and slumps down onto the couch. That was exhausting. It can't be easy, but I'm here if I can help you in any way. Thanks, Melissa. To be honest, there's something that would help cheer me up. I have a feeling I know where this is going. Turn out the light and then you can find out for sure. This is more my speed than behind the market stalls. I really like Sacha. I think Sasha's definitely my favorite. Let's go ahead and do some manners. Uh-oh. The problem with the landscape dog park is that Blocker has just discovered the joy of digging. With a few swift removals from the gardens, he seems to have learned to abstain, however. First activity, get a puppuccino. Second activity, work the runway. Third activity, sprinkler party. Fourth activity, sit and stay. Fifth activity, walkies and talkies. Alright, some wet food. Some stuffed toy playing tug. And some water for the good boy. Hell yeah. Snoozing in progress. Rise and shine, it's week 9. Anders. I don't really want to have a date with Anders. Sale! Buy one, get one groundhogs. I know what you're thinking. Is history repeating? Yes and no. Yes, I am having another groundhog sale following a spate of mass returns. No, you are not stuck in an unending email box time loop. Anyway, groundhogs. These adorable herbivores can fit so many acorns in their mouths. They're easily the champion of your weekend game of Fluffy Bunny, but please don't actually feed them marshmallows. If you like stuffing yourself with vegetarian food and then lying in the sun for hours, you have an assured companion in a groundhog. Please buy now. Oh, Fox. Fox, see, exotic animals, not good. People don't know what they're getting into. They return them, then the animals get put down or something. Social. Blocker stopped in his tracks on the way home when a Great Dane started approaching on the footpath. As the larger dog got close, he crouched down and sniffed around Blocker before carrying on without incident. Blocker seems a little more confident. The treats peddler at the market has brought out a new range of lightly spiced salami for dogs. I got a little and didn't give it to Blocker until he stopped begging for it. You only get a little salami when you're good, Blocker. We needed a dog model for today's photo shoot, and Blocker was just the dog for the job. Thanks to all our practice, Blocker could sit, stay, and lie down for a good hour before getting bored.
I love it!
I just noticed that my apartment was rated, and I didn't even read it. I know that it said world's best neighbor, but I didn't see any of the other stuff it said. This is actually a pretty cool apartment, Melissa. Good amount of natural light and a few indoor plants to freshen the mood. Modern architecture that isn't bordering on minimalist nightmare. It is nice. Honestly, I haven't spent much time here since there's so much to do and see in Rainbow Bay. It's a lot to take in. But you have a roof. Yes, probably. It stops the rain getting in.
Come on.
No, silly. This building has a rooftop. I've seen the plans. I bet there's a great view. Imagine what you could use it for. We could throw a crazy rooftop party. How crazy are we talking here? Go all out. Drinks, good music, maybe a clown? This is not exactly the party I was envisioning. I'm kidding. But not about the party. If we string up some fairy lights and bring some tables up there, it would be an awesome space. Sounds fantastic. You could dance the night away and watch the city come alive as night falls. Okay, now I really want to throw a party on the roof. I wonder if it's allowed. Hopefully I'm invited. Of course, it's not a party without Maribel. Honey, you have no idea. Is it all really necessary, though? Who said anything about necessary? An animal's feeding station is an expression of an owner's love for their pet. It's a statement. I prefer my statements to be a little more understated. Hemingway might feel different, and a good boy deserves only the best. Perhaps. There are a lot of choices, however. Melissa, what do you think? Which bowl suits best? Oh no, did I just walk into a marketing standoff between Anders and Rainbow Bay's most unsettling shopkeeper? Your input is also welcome, Blocker. The egg feeder looks really fun. It drops out doggy treats whenever you push it over. It's designed to entertain lonely dogs, and the built-in labyrinth design regulates food flow. There's even special vents to allow smells. This sounds very complicated, and I don't really leave Hemingway on his own at home very often. Oh, that's true. I guess I just think the egg is kind of cute. That's true. A deeply strange thing for two adults to admit in public. Regardless, not ideal for food delivery. You might be better suited when I need to pick out some toys, Melissa. For Hemingway. God. First activity, walkies and talkies. Second activity, snack time. Third activity, who frisbees wins. Fourth activity, dog park party. Fifth activity, puppy paddle. Alright, hose down, blow dry, and a treat. Not too bad, not too bad. A big event, how exciting! Urgent, your productivity. Ever find yourself unable to finish the task at hand? Fumbling for focus in a sea of to-do list and time management tips? Say goodbye to unproductive days and hello to Obelisk Toolbox's newest app, the Mobius Timer. Mobius is similar to many other time-based productivity apps with one important difference. The timer is randomized and invisible. With Mobius, employees won't know when their work begins or ends, leading to a sense of urgency that translates into more work per minute. Testing has shown that people using the Mobius app experience an 11% increase in productivity, with only a modest 17% increase in associated workplace stress. Try it out today. You already know you'll be working forever, so take the advantage. An easier day the Obelisk way. Plug us into your life. A big event. How exciting. Dogwood Gardens, Rainbow Bay's premier multi-facility dog park. Woof. The Dogwood Garden is a bustle with countless lively residents gathering for the annual Summer Solstice Festival. A number of familiar vendors are littered around, with marquees offering custom dog biscuits or small cakes in the shape of the sun. The park itself is adorned with bright, colorful balloons and the occasional sprinkler working to both water the lawns and entertain some four-legged friends. Meanwhile, I stand beneath a gazebo of my own. It's a cheap one, rented from the council, with a trestle table of a few sheets of foam board dressed with photographic prints. Beside the table hangs a black sheet, a sort of makeshift backdrop for me to take people's photos at a small price. Rainbow Bay Photo Booth. Come and get your photo taken to commemorate the 23rd Annual Summer Solstice Festival. Why yes, young doggy, it's such a wonderful idea to have a professional photo taken to mark such an occasion. What? No, Blocker, that's not what we rehearsed. Sounds like he doesn't want to participate in your con. Anders, it's not a con, it's more like a real-life infomercial. Are you tired of going to festivals and having no photos to prove you did it? Exactly. Felix has the idea. Pictures or it didn't happen, right? Of course. In my line of work, it's more like written evidence or it didn't happen. Surely photos apply in some divorce cases. Well, it would be uncouth of me to follow this line of conversation any further. Say no more. Are you two here together? We check out the festival together every year. Plus, it's a good opportunity to get Mulder used to being in crowds. Call it a tradition. It doesn't change much year to year. Your photo booth is a cool idea. Thanks. Well, I think Mulder wants to get amongst those sprinklers. We'll leave you to it. A pleasure, as always. Well, I'll be around all day. Why don't you come by a bit later and we can all get a photo together? We'll be sure to swing by. Without further ceremony, Felix gives in to Mulder tugging on his lead and makes his way towards the sprinklers. I suppose I should follow him, in case he gets lost. With a cheeky wink, Anders turns his back to me and returns to the crowds. The next hour passes without incident. The sun beats down, but it doesn't seem to scare people away. I'm just wrapping up a photo session with a man and his 3 chihuahuas when I hear a familiar voice approaching. Whoa! This is like a whole thing, huh? Hey, Melissa. Wasn't expecting to see you here, let alone with a booth of your own. This is super cool, Melissa. Hey, Sacha, Z. Bringing Marshy out for a day in the sun? We're just checking out the festival, really. I managed to get a cute little collar for Marshy that makes it look like his face is the sun. Seems fitting for the light of my life. I don't think I could ever convince Blocker to wear a novelty collar. Oh yeah, Marshy only lets us do it when he's feeling super lazy. which is about 90% of the time. Yep. Hey, Melissa, if you're not busy tonight, do you want to come up to our place? Z just got a new Obelisk Prime subscription, so I thought we could do another movie night. I vote for Rise of the Bug Woman. Oh, yeah, I forgot they made a sequel. Dude, it's a whole trilogy. You gotta get up with the Bug Woman saga. I can link you to some really cool fic later if you want. How do you feel about Oviposition? Hard pass. You're lost, dude. What do you say? I'll protect you from Z's fanfic evangelism, promise. I do love a good monster versus monster flick. I'll text you later, okay? Just in case I end up busy here. No pressure. I might come back later and get a photo anyway. Bye for now. You know where to find me if you do want those fanfics. I'll even give you my AO3 handle. Z, coming. Paparazzi snapshots. Clever. Oh, sorry, it's just us. Oh, no need to apologize. Well, we don't want to slow down your business, but also I wanted to say hello. How are you finding the festival? If Quincy were here, he'd say, I used a map. Huh, it's really busy this year. I guess all the publicity around the city has been working out. You have your friend Fox to thank for that, I believe. Yeah, but her ego doesn't need to hear it. The moment Astrid utters a bad word about Fox, I feel a chill shoot up my spine. She's not here, is she? No. I asked if she wanted to come and she said she had to nurse a family of groundhogs. So I'm the second choice. Well, it's fine. Well, I should probably get back to work. Why don't you swing by later? I think we're gonna try to get a group photo. We'll see. Of course. See you around. Jade and Astrid walk off towards a cluster of marquees advertising natural healing and aromatherapies, with Leica in tow. I spend the next couple of hours processing a surprising volume of customers. There's a huge mix of people and dogs alike. There's a purple-haired woman with a sprightly Pomeranian, a suspicious man with a wolf-like dog missing one eye, and at some point an unattended bloodhound and a duck step up. Eventually I find a small lull and take a seat on the ground next to the trestle table. Huh, what's up, Blocker? I follow Blocker's eyes to see a friendly face bounding towards us. Arf! The two dogs stand only a meter apart, barking at each other excitedly. Missile. Immediately, Missile calms down and returns to Robin's side. Sorry, I think Missile saw Blocker across the park and couldn't resist saying hello. I think Blocker was feeling chatty anyway. How are you finding the festival? It's good fun, although certain parties make that challenging. Mom, they're selling sun-flavored popcorn. What? What the hell does the sun taste like? The guy said it was jalapeno and habanero? Wow. Can we get it? No. Aww. Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag, or the rat bags are out of the larger bag of rat bags. Melissa, these are my kids. Isla and Finn. Their dad and I are separated, but I get to play chaperone today. Whoa, wait, you have kids? For better or for worse. Not a fan? No, I love them. But I also enjoy peace and quiet. There's a Feyblade stand. Case in point. Now then, kids, how about we play Find the Coffee Stall, and whoever wins gets a Feyblade of their choosing. I'm gonna win. Hey, before you leave the festival, you should swing by my booth again. I'm trying to get everyone together for a group photo. Sounds lovely. See you then. Robin turns away to follow her children further into the park. Miss Owl trails behind her, but not without stopping to stare back at the Blocker briefly. Maybe they need a play date soon. I sigh in resignation as I climb back to my feet. Can't be seen slacking for too long. As I turn my back, I hear yet another familiar voice. Melissa! I turn around and lo and behold, Maribel is approaching with Gravedigger peering out of her backpack. Quincy trails slightly behind. Wow, the whole town really has come out today, huh? What was that? Oh, nothing. Did you just arrive, Maribel? Yeah, I had to run out to a site urgently. Love to put out fires, especially literal ones. Wait, what? But enough about me. What's this, a cute little photo booth? Oh yeah, well, I came here to pursue photography and I figured this was a great way to get my name out there. Of course. Oh my god. I have to get 1,000,000 photos of Gravy. Do you have props? Could I get one of her in a little bulldozer? Oh my god, please tell me you have hats. Wouldn't she look so cute in a little beret? I think there's a bread stand. I could go and buy a baguette and then she could be a little French gravy and... just give her a minute. She'll calm down. Oh, hey Quincy. Hey to you too, mi amigo. Mon ami? Boko no tomodachi? Yeah. Those are other languages. I thought you've been all over the world. Why on earth would you think that? The mugs in your apartment? Oh, well... Oh, I got totally distracted. Saved by the Maribel. Congratulations on the booth, Melissa. It looks fantastic, and I love your photos, too. Yeah, great work. Aw, shucks. Anywho, Melissa, are you up to anything tonight? Well, I'm not sure yet. Great. Sounds like I've got a chance to squeeze into your schedule. Give me a call later and we can hang out, okay? What about me? Huh? Oh, well, you have that thing, right? No, I'm free. We could all hang together. No, you definitely have a thing. I'm sure you mentioned it. Oh, that's right. That vet seminar. That's tonight. Tapeworms. More like nope worms. Helpful tricks for identifying tapeworms. Gross. Anyway, we should probably make tracks before all the stalls start selling out. Usually that only happens after you visit them, Maribel. I have no idea what you mean. Wait, before you go, I think everyone else is turning up soon. I wanted to get a group photo. Of course. Sounds like fun. Think they'll be much longer? As if they've planned it, the rest of my friends begin arriving one by one. No, not much longer at all. Looks like we made it just in time. Let's make this quick. Yeah, the kids are just getting their faces painted, so I only have a moment. Take your time, Melissa. There's no rushing art. Am I too late? Perfect timing, actually. Let me just set up my tripod so I can get in on this. I affix my camera to the tripod, set it on a timer, and frantically slide into the frame of the photo. Okay, everyone, say cheese! Okay, I'll process the photo and then send it out to everyone later. What? I wanted to see it. No, not until I've processed it. It's my baby. Alright, fine, but I want first eyes. With the photo taken, everyone shuffles off, leaving me to wrap up my day at the booth. Phew, it's been super busy today, huh, Blocker? I hear that. Maybe when we get home tonight, we can just cuddle and watch some PawTube. I like that idea, too. Huh? I follow Blocker's line of sight, and as I turn, realize he's locked his eyes on a middle-aged woman standing at the edge of the marquee. Were you talking to your dog? Well, I mean, obviously. It's okay, Blocker. You can go back to sleep. How delightful. Were you wanting your picture taken? Actually, I was admiring your photos. Are these all taken here in Rainbow Bay? Oh, mostly, yeah. I moved here recently and wanted to capture how beautiful this city is. You've done a remarkable job. Wow, thank you. What do you call yourself? Well, my name is Melissa Allen, but I call my business Paparazzi Snapshots. That implies you're taking photos without consent. We might need to workshop that. What do you mean by that? Sorry? Oh, I've gotten ahead of myself. Melissa, my name is Carolyn Russo. I'm a curator at a local gallery space called Focus. I'm scouting for talent to develop exhibition for our space. I've been very interested in talking to you some more about displaying your artwork. Wait, what? Perhaps I wasn't clear. If you're interested, I'd like you to produce a photography exhibition for my gallery. I'd pay you, of course, and we'd work together to decide the direction of the collection. Though based on what I've seen, I feel like you have a lot to say about Rainbow Bay. Well, it's sort of a new life for me here. Brilliant. Use that. Anyway, I'll leave you with my card. Give me a call and we can discuss details. Thank you. Carolyn passes a small off-white card into my hand, smiles, and walks away. What just happened? Is this real? Oh my god, her business card even has a watermark. I dance quietly on the spot, careful not to wake Blocker. First off, a little wiggle. I throw in a few fist pumps while I'm there, and then, ooh yeah, I hit that whip. Ahem. I guess this is a good point to wrap up for the day. End on a high and all that. In fact, I think I want to share this news. Who should I spend the evening with? It feels like this might be my chance to become more serious with someone. I really want to get closer to Sacha. I think this is my chance to make that happen. Lock in romance with Sacha? Oh, hell yeah. I feel my cheeks flush slightly as I open a chat with Sacha and let him know I'll be free tonight. Now I just have to wait for a text back. I may as well pack up in the meantime. Moving gently around Blocker, I start to pack up my things. This is a lot of stuff, but I think I can manage a walk back home. Besides, I can leave the table and gazebo here for the council. Confident in my load-bearing abilities, I hoist the bags onto my back, grab Blocker's leash, and shuffle onwards. For the first time since I moved to Rainbow Bay, the main road of the Arts District seems all but empty. I can hear the gentle rustle of leaves in the coastal breeze. A lone bird flies away from his perch. That's weird. I guess everyone's either at the festival or home already. I continue up the road, Blocker dragging behind me slightly with his tired little legs. As I near an intersection, the lowering sun reflects off something by my feet. Ooh, a penny. In today's cashless society, how novel. Well, I don't mind if I do. I'll just go ahead and pick that up. Oh. What? Blocker, no, not the face. Geez, my head hurts. What happened? It's only then that I realize I'm on the ground. I feebly climb to my feet, taking stock of the situation as I do. My bags are strewn across the street, as they'd been thrown about. Oh no, my camera! Panicked, I hurry over to my bags, pulling them together and searching to check that my camera is okay, but it isn't even there. What the hell? Not now, Blocker, my camera's gone. I can't afford another one. It's my livelihood. I'll lose my income and apartment and I'll lose you. What if it's still around here? It can't be that valuable to a stranger, right? It's a couple thousand maybe, but the photos... Oh my god, all my photos from today. The photo with everyone, they're all gone. What the heck? I have to find it. I can't go home without my camera. Blocker begins sniffing around the grounds, like a hound on a hunt. Okay. It can't have gone far, right? Let's search around the place. I make my way out onto the neighboring roads, scanning for any evidence of my camera. These streets are all but empty. The stillness is unsettling, like I'm being watched. Blocker shuffles along the ground in front of me, following any scent trail he finds. If only that was actually helpful. It's not here. Come on, Blocker. If someone took it, we might be able to catch them with it. As I round the corner onto the South Shore Promenade, the sound of footsteps and a flash of movement in my peripheral vision grabs my attention. Who's there? I lunge forward, feet hitting the pavement hard as I swerve around the corner. Another flash of movement, down an alleyway. I'm hot on his heels when... A raccoon. I didn't even know we got raccoons in Rainbow Bay. Blocker, no, raccoon chasing. Let's go. I have to coax Blocker out of the alleyway with treats before we make tracks back to the Arts District. The sun is just beginning to make its way towards the horizon. Not enough to paint the sky, but just to signal the end of the day. As I arrive in the Arts District, I realize that there's little that's going to help me now. Even now, the streets are devoid of likely witnesses. Maybe one of the shopkeepers saw something. Fox's place is right here. No, I know it's a stretch, but I have to try. I step into Fox's shop, still as eerie as it always is. Only this time, my interest is met with a response. We're closed. Fox, I'm not a customer. Ugh, yeah, you never buy anything. I don't have time for this right now. My camera's been stolen. What, so you thought I took it? No, I was just checking the area. I was wondering if you've seen anything. Oh, well no, I haven't. Sorry. Please, anything. I've searched all over town. Maybe you saw someone fleeing the Arts District? The windows are all blacked up here. I don't exactly get street-side views. I'm sorry your camera's gone missing, but if you searched all over town, then it might be gone by now. I know it's rough, but maybe try checking back at the park. You might have just dropped it. I'm sure it'll turn up. I think Fox might actually be trying to be nice. You might be right. I guess I just went on autopilot. Like if I stopped moving, then the camera would get away from me. I mean, it sounds like that ship has sailed. Not funny, Fox. Sorry. Good luck, Melissa. With that, I hastily make tracks back to the park. By the time I get back to the Dogwood Gardens, the festival is all but packed up. I drag my feet to the remnants of my booth and scan the area. There's still no sign of the camera, and with the sky growing even darker, I can't hang around much longer. Well, Blocker, I guess I give up. No, don't you be sad. If you're sad, then I'll get sad, and I don't want to be sad. I just want to be angry. How did I let this happen? Oh god, how am I supposed to make an exhibition when I don't even have a camera? I guess I can't deal with that right now. Let's go home, Blocker. I drag the rest of my belongings to the road, and I call an Awuber XL to take me back to the apartment. The Awuber XL pulls up outside my apartment. The driver stays in the front while I unload my bags. Gee, thanks for the help. Defeated, I sit on the side of the road next to my pile of belongings. Can you bring all of this inside, Blocker? I just want to go to sleep. I stretch backwards, eventually lowering my back down onto the sidewalk as my eyes close. Oh, that's good. Maybe I'll just sleep right here. Melissa? My eyes snap open and I see Sacha leaning over me, a few tufts of his black hair hanging forward. What are you doing? I heard a car outside and thought that might be you. It's been hours since you texted and you never showed up. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Oh, that's okay. I can just sit here with you for a bit if you want. From my limited view, I can see Sacha lowering himself to the ground carefully, sitting beside me on the sidewalk. I stare up at his back. If something happened, I want you to know you can trust me. I've got your back, always. I pressed my hands against my face and let out a long, deep sigh. I think my camera's been stolen. Whoa, what? I've looked everywhere. I can't find it. I blacked out and it was gone. Geez, Melissa, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how much something like that costs. And all my photos, including our group photo. Sorry, I'm not trying to rub it in. I'll tell you what, I have loads of followers. I'll put out a post saying that your camera's gone missing and maybe someone will have found it. I'm pretty sure it was stolen. I don't think someone's just going to give it back. Not unless we offer a reward. I'm sure we can make something work. But that can be a problem for a morning. What do you say we take all of your things upstairs and get you to bed? I don't want to carry them anymore. Well, good thing I have a flat full of layabouts to help out. Wait here and I'll go and get everyone. Sacha quickly jumps to his feet and runs back inside. He takes a moment, but shortly returns with his flatmates in tow. By the 5 of them combined, they managed to bring everything up to my apartment in a single trip. Alright, that's everything. I think you deserve a nice big sleep now and we can figure things out in the morning. You're really good at this. What, helping? Thanks. It's kind of what I do for a living. Now get thee to bed. Would you mind staying the night? I know you're just upstairs, but I'd appreciate the company.
Aww.
Of course, I won't leave your side. The next morning, Sacha is cuddled up against my front, an ideal little spoon. As the sun filters through the blinds, just enough to wake me, I feel almost at peace. Until I remember what happened. Carolyn's card. A surge of panic pushes me out of bed, grabbing the card and my phone on the way, and out to the living room I punch in the digits and hold my breath. This is Carolyn Russo. Hi, Carolyn, this is Melissa. Ah, I was hoping to hear from you. Look, I don't think I can do the exhibition. I explain what little I can to Carolyn. She doesn't interrupt to speak or even react. I see. It's a pity about the photos you may have lost, but we can still make this work. You can borrow a camera from me. I have a few of my own, quite nice ones too. Plus, I'm sure you already have some works that will be more than suitable. I actually have an opening at the gallery in just a few weeks. Do you think you can put something together soon? I'm happy to pay a rush fee. Of course, if I can borrow your camera, I'll get straight to work. Delightful. I'll be in touch. Carolyn hangs up. I sit on my couch staring at the wall. There may just be hope after all. First activity, dog park party. Second activity, sit and stay. Third activity, jog with a dog. Fourth activity, get a puppuccino. Fifth activity, advocate for adoption. We're doing really well. Oh, he's starving. A little bit of wet food for the little boy. Some more wet food because I feel really bad about how hungry he is. And a little bit of brushing to clean off all this little dirt spots. He's still super dirty. It's time for your second Paws Academy check-in. First, let's check that training progress. Fantastic work with Blocker's manners. I can really see it shaping Blocker's personality and the bond you share. That said, I'm underwhelmed by Blocker's smarts. You could be doing more with this by now. The mark of excellence is not perfection, but the continued pursuit of growth. Blocker is an excellent dog and you're doing wonderfully. By this stage, the relationship between yourself and Blocker should really be in full bloom. There's a companionship I see here that I hope will guide you to further growth next time. Welcome back, friends, family, and enemies of our wonderful Paws Academy class. Thank you for joining us for another round of class standings. Here we'll see who's hot and who's, well, you know, not. Let's go. I don't think Cornelius is doing that well, to be honest. Junebug's doing better. I don't know what to think about that. It's all silver. I don't know if that's good or bad. We don't have any bronzes. Silver everywhere, and Blocker could use a drink. Nice work. That's the end of this round. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. You should probably go home, though. I got pretty much the same achievements that I got last time. Your Paws Academy check-in is now over. It's time to end the week. Snoozing in progress. That being said, we are done for the day. I think we had a good amount of time. Another long video, but that's, I guess, what I'm doing with my life. I definitely have solidified my choice in Sacha now that Maribel's too busy to be in a relationship, which is fine. That's nothing wrong with that. And that's about it. I think we're doing great. Thank you for everyone for hanging out, and I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you the next time. Goodbye.